So
Okay. Another
Appreciate it,
thing.
Sturdy.
Yeah,
oh, what's
shout out
good,
Sturdy,
sturdy?
bro. Make sure y'all like it up.
Hey,
Uh,
sturdy in the chat. Word.
yes, sir. Because anime's fire. Y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I do want to bring up because it's gonna get a little nasty later on, but I do want to at least touch upon some of the recent manga chapters. And there's like two big questions for both One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen. I want to ask everybody here who's caught up. For JJK, this is a big question, even for me too. Is Sukuna becoming too powerful?
I caught up this morning. I don't know what the hell Gege is gonna. Okay,
So
so he fought Gojo.
Nigga,
He fought.
GG.
He fought the dude with the executioner sword. His name escapes me right now. He fought Yuji, Yuta, Maki snuck him. He marked that one dude in like 2 panels, and he wasn't trying. That's what you're telling me? He wasn't trying.
I mean, I kind of fuck with it though. Like,
So
don't you
unless
want a
because
big bad to be big bad?
I've seen the theory that he kills everyone and then he turns it back into 20 fingers, and then the next generation tries again, which I think that's more of a
That'd be
fan theory
crazy.
than anything. I've
That was
seen that
okay,
theory
that's
going
crazy.
around.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
blow my. Yeah, that would
That
blow my.
would-
So
my
I don't
Go ahead.
understand. I don't how can you beat him at this point then? Unless you're telling me everybody getting taken by May's little brother is getting healed and they gonna jump him again. So is that
Train
what we're
hard.
doing? We're just gonna
You
keep
gotta
jumping him till it works?
so
My
train hard.
to me, this is like the this is like one of the deciding factors on like how well Gege can write, because it is at that point where you're wondering like, yo, is it just going to be one of those situations? Is it gonna, because it can go one way where it's like a moderate situation where you have to do that Black Zetsu shit where like something way left has to happen to like actually like beat Sukuna, because basically what it's saying is like, yo, he's can still go 100%, or it could be a situation like in My Hero, it's like, oh, you have to find like an indirect way to beat him. You can't just beat him straight up. You have to find like a workaround. But like depending on Gege's writing, I feel like I believe in Gege. He hasn't let me down so far, so I feel like it's gonna be well written and well thought out. But there's as we've seen in manga plenty of times, it could just be some cop out type situation. We don't know yet.
Yeah, but Ty, before you respond, I'm kind of similar with Lani. That I've said this when I did my Shonen Jump reaction, that I'm not mad at Sukuna being this powerful. I'm just like, based on my own experience of reading manga when it came to Naruto with Black Zetsu, when it came to Bleach with Yuha and that weird arrow that came out of nowhere. And when it came to Mikey, I didn't really like how they did that with the random situation regarding that. A lot of times when you make your villain too powerful, you kind of have a BS way that I've seen to defeat the main villain because he's very too strong. I don't even like the Shigaraki stuff, to be honest. So that's why I'm concerned when it comes to Sukuna, because he's beating everybody, straight up just beating everybody, not trying. And the only thing that I could think of, like, okay, are you gonna just give Yuji some crazy power up that I probably won't think it makes any sense? I'm unsure. So that's what I'm concerned about. I'm not gonna say I'm down on it, but I am concerned. But what were you gonna say, Ty?
I think that Gege's shown us a lot of things that can kill Sukuna. Like their plan would have worked if Megumi really wasn't broken. Like their plan, like the narrator says that everything would have 100% worked, but they didn't account for Megumi's mental state. So they would have beat Sukuna there. So I think that the key to beating Sukuna is Megumi. Like, and he's already presented that as an option, because if Itadori and Megumi can be in sync, then they'll beat him. So like, I think that's the
so
key.
Yuji has to talk no jutsu his way into
I'm
Megumi.
not necessarily mad at that though.
I'm not
mad at it. I'm just saying,
if
is that
Naruto
like
found a way to do it,
is that the
I'm
because I'm thinking of like a conceivable way to beat Sukuna right now. Is it basically Yuji has to connect with Megumi and get Megumi back up? That's the only way they can beat Sukuna right now.
Yes, Megumi has to stop being a bitch and get off his ass. Stand up and fight, bro. Stand up and
his will's broken.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I think it makes sense too, because the parallel. Because remember when Yuji fought Mahito on the ground, squealing and shit. So I think it makes sense, honestly, for him to.
And really, Megumi was
might be that,
because he was still hurt after the Shibuya, but then Megumi was like, "You need to save me," and that's so it's gonna be like a flip. But also, it's interesting. I saw this video, it's TikTok, where this girl who was Japanese actually breaking down the dialogue. Some things get lost in translation, and the way that they framed it in like the actual original translation is that not that Megumi doesn't want to get up, but more so that he can't get up.
Right.
So it's like that his mental. It's not like I could do it, but I don't feel like it's like his mental state is so crushed that he physically can't.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting situation. I guess, like, I'm not mad at what you said, Ty, because it makes logical sense. I think they have shown a lot of ways that they can beat Sukuna, but then when you drop the bomb that, oh, he's not trying, that makes me think that all their ways mean nothing. If he's not trying, then all of that doesn't really mean anything because he could just go to a whole nother level, making all of that meaningless. And at that point, when he reaches this level, what then? Like, if all of this is meaningless, what then? And that's the concerning part right there.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think that was the case for when he was inside the domain expansion, because we know we get it like Sukuna's internal monologue, like dang, like I'm at a disadvantage. So I think that now that he's out, he doesn't have to. He's good now. Now I can mess around now because y'all plan that would have beat me failed. So now I can fuck around now.
So you think the ice user was lying?
No. What I'm saying is based on Sukuna's internal monologue, what the narrator is saying about how many disadvantages he had. I 100% think he was trying. If he wasn't trying, he would not have put up his domain amplification. I mean, Hollow basket, all those things. And we're told that he's at disadvantage. I'm saying is that now that he no longer has a disadvantage, he doesn't have to try now. That's what I'm saying.
I think like around the next 2 chapters, he will end up going out because Sukuna said during his fight with Maki, like, yo, like I have to like heal my heart and mend my soul at the same time, and it's gonna be difficult while fighting her because she's like Maharaga. She can see my attacks and she can react to them. And we saw that she's flipping him around and shit like that. So it's like it's not like he's finally at a point where like he has to put more effort because like it's not his heart, like his heart's damaged and he has to mend his soul. And so he has to deal with multiple things while fighting her. So like I feel like eventually now he's gonna be, I feel like the ice guy saying that is like basically like like the next 2 chapters he's finally gonna have to go all out because because in his inner monologue, he's like, I have to do all this shit now while keeping my heart pumping. Like now I'm at a disadvantage. So yeah, if Gojo and Yuta start coming back, then yeah, he's gonna be pushed against the wall. He's gonna have to do something. So
yeah, I think that was more so pre-domain expansion and post domain expansion. He wasn't really trying because he wasn't. But I think
he wasn't.
Domain expansion, he was fighting for his life.
I hope so. I hope so. I do have a One Piece question too, with One Piece having a banger as well. And the question for One Piece, it's going crazy.